Look at obituaries presented by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. That's Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Funeral service for Mr. Ira B. Veazey, age 90 of Sylacauga, will be Wednesday at 1 p.m. from the chapel at Radley Smith Funeral Home, with the Reverends Dorothy Scott and Johnny Mann officiating. Entombment in the Hillview Cemetery Mausoleum in Alexander City at 2:30. Mr. Veazey died January 23rd at Coosa Valley Medical Center. He was a member of the Wesley Chapel United Methodist Church. He was honorably discharged from the United States Army, serving in World War II. Visitation Wednesday, 11:30 until 1 p.m. at Radley Smith. In lieu of flowers, a family requests that donations be made to Wesley Chapel United Methodist Church, 800 West Park Street, Sylacauga, 35150. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Euless Owens, age 82 of Sylacauga, died this morning. Funeral arrangements will be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Mary Ann McDaniel, age 58 of Sylacauga, died at her residence on Sunday. Radley Smith Funeral Home announcing. Beatrice Lightsey, age 62 of Sylacauga, died January 23rd at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Radley Smith Funeral Home with the arrangements. Funeral service for Mrs. Della Mae Midge Jenkins, age 76, is 11 o'clock this morning at Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega. Reverend Benny Hamlin officiating. Burial at 1 o'clock in the Jefferson Memorial Gardens in Trussville. Mrs. Jenkins died on Saturday. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Family will accept flowers or donations can be made to the Gideons International, P.O. Box 234, Sylacauga, 35150, Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for James Lee Pilkington Jr., age 45, is today at 1 o'clock from Talladega Funeral Home. Brother George Sewell officiating. Burial in the Munford City Cemetery. Talladega Funeral Home, directing. Online condolences at TalladagaFuneralHomeInc.com. Funeral service for Mrs. Helen Jeanette Buchanan, age 79, will be Tuesday at 2 p.m. from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park. The family receiving friends Tuesday from 12:30 until 1:30 at Radley Funeral Home. Mrs. Buchanan died Saturday, January 23rd at Chapman Healthcare Center in Alexander City. She was a former member of the First Baptist Church in Alexander City and a member of the First Baptist Church of Troy, Alabama. Mrs. Jeanette served as secretary for Dr. Johnny Long, director of the Sound of the South Marching Band at Troy State University. Flowers will be accepted, or memorial contributions can be given to the Benjamin Russell High School Band Uniform Campaign in Alexander City. Please note Buchanan Memorial on the 4 line. Memorial messages can be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City in charge of the arrangements. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis and Son Funeral Home, 256-245-4361. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home is Curtis and Son Funeral Home.